we're talking about book writing, you just named multiple chapters that still
That's crazy.
are relevant from then to now. But all you did was articulate the experience. Now what if I asked you the question of where did those traits come from? That's going to take you to a different level.
Right.
And then if I said, Rod, I need you to really dig deep and say, when did they come? Like, I really want you to think about when. Was it 5? Was it 6? Was it 9? And then that's going to take us to a deeper level. And then how did they benefit you then? And how do they benefit you now? That's a deeper level. Just in me asking this one question, as we go through the order of the who, what, when, where, why, how, and take that depth, we become more unraveled in a good way because we start seeing our life in color. Right? We are some colorful human beings. And when I'm thinking about writing anything, when I'm thinking about giving a speech, when I'm thinking about doing a presentation, I'm always thinking about how can I just stick with those questions? Who, what, when, where, why, how, and get the most depth just from that. And once I learned that I get the most depth from that, that's what I do when I coach people. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm coaching a client, I'm literally taking them through that process. I'm coaching leaders right now and they're like, man, how do you become such a great question asker? I'm like, I got 6 questions. Who, what, when, where, why, how? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the questions I'm going to ask you. I'm just going to ask them in different places when I feel like we can go deeper and we can extract. Oprah, phenomenal at doing that. Like I watched Oprah do that for years, bro. I didn't even know why I used to watch Oprah with my grandparents. They would have it on, but I would be drawn to it. It's because I'm an information gatherer.
Right.
Like I'm the professional information gatherer. And the more information I have, the more I can lead you to your transformation. But there's a bridge though. Information, transformation, application is the middle part, right? So information plus application will equal to transformation, but we can't get to the transformation if I can't get the information from you. And I can't get the best information from you if I'm not asking curious, creative, and quality questions. So as a speaker, people are like, man, you go up there and you kill it as a speaker. Well, that's because I asked hella questions.
Exactly.
Before I get to an event, I'm asking 50 questions. So I know exactly what you need from me, and then I'm going to add more value than you expect. I do that with coaching clients. I do that with my kids. I ask my kids billions of questions. Billions of why? I need to gather information so I can best serve them. So I can respond well to them. You know what I mean? And my wife, same thing. I'm asking millions of questions, but I'm not about to ask, close-ended yes or no questions because that don't get us nowhere. And I'm not about to make too many statements because statements stop us. But when we ask curious, creative, and quality questions, we can open somebody's world up, which then allows me to say, Rod, you figured that thing out. Now you feel valued. Dwight didn't tell you. I just asked you some questions and you figured it out for yourself. Like even going back to what me and you have talked about in the past, how do we add the most value to people? Is by extracting the best out of them. Literally. Because somebody will walk away. You might walk away today and be like, man, I hadn't thought about that in a minute. I hadn't thought about when I was 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right.
You go home, you thinking about it, you do something with that, or you don't. You share it with whoever you share it with your son, whoever, right?
Right.
2 days from now, you might be like, man, that was a solid conversation with Dwight. I ain't do much, but ask questions. That's it. My grandfather told me a long time ago, be more interested than interesting. He was like, you know what you know. Find out what other people know. Ask the questions. And if you don't have nothing else to say, keep asking more questions. Because even in that, we find a connection point.